After yesterday's video, I got some information on the invisible blocks, some comments about how to detect them, where some of them might be, and what their purpose might be. So, these blocks are called structure voids. They are blocks with smaller hitboxes which are uninteractable and invisible, used for various things on the server. For instance, I found one here on the Emerald Trail. As you can see, I'm using F3 in this general area, and you can see that in the top right it says Wynncraft structure void. My camera also collides with it, as it did with the invisible blocks on the Colossus, so the same can be assumed for the Colossus as well. As for what this one's for, this one is to serve as a light source on the Emerald Trail, because there's not really any way to hide a light source on the Emerald Trail without it being obvious otherwise. And the actual light block, which was added in newer updates, assumably isn't in Wynncraft, because I think it has past version compatibility. That's all, they just couldn't be bothered swapping the void blocks with light source blocks, and honestly, that'd be fair enough. Another thing I've heard of is that apparently if you go through this tunnel in F5, you'll run into a bunch of them. Okay, so they are here, but I'm going to go through them slowly, because if I go through them too fast, I'd only see it as an epilepsy warning. As you can see, there are multiple layers of these. Like, just kind of all over the place. And even if I, use Olympic to jump up and down, you can see, judging by the jittering of my character, they go all the way up and down as well. And they stretch on for a bit too. And so I think I know what these particular voids are for. If I go into F3, you can see them basically everywhere. On the top right, you can see that it's selecting a bunch of them. I'm pretty sure these ones are for blocks that will be here for some players, but won't be here for other players. If you've done the quest required to enter the Silent Expanse, then these structure voids will be simple structure voids and will let you pass, because, you know, the structure voids, they don't actually have any physical collision. But I bet if any player who hasn't done these quests come here, this wall will simply be a solid wall, because Lutho, or the Silent Expanse, is not meant to be accessible to any player that hasn't done the questline. So I assume that's what these blocks are for as well. And to bring it back to the first part with the Colossus, you'll notice that these prongs, these four with the structure voids on top of them, as you can see when I select it with F3, are a bit brighter than this prong here, which lacks a structure void, which means that all of these structure voids are simply meant to light up the Colossus during nighttime. It's even more apparent when you look at the top left and see that the light level is 15 sky, 13 block, implying these structure voids are giving off a light level of 13. So this has been Duoface, and what have we learned today? That these invisible blocks are called structure voids, and that they're all over the Wynncraft world to help with things such as lighting, or having blocks that are there for some players, but also not there for other players. Have a good one!